Hey guys, what's going on? It's Verbal, and this is Just the Tip, episode 3, that series where I sort of walk you through your gameplay and try and give some hints and advice. We're having a look on Nuketown Domination, and the guy that we're following today is me versus you. He's clearly sort of an objective-based gameplay. Watch this. I think he gets a double here just to start it off with. Yep, nice, good job. But he's going after B flags, and he's not part of a team. So watch. His team goes in, 2 guys goes toward B, 1 gets killed, and their side, 1 guy goes towards B. Now watch these 3 guys. These 2 chicken shits throw their grenades and then run right back inside the building. I'm not a big fan of this. If I'm running with a team here, 1 guy gets on A or C, depending on what your spawn is, and then all 5 others run at B as fast as they possibly can do. And that's really, really important. Now bear in mind, you know that a lot of you are probably going to get killed by doing that. The point is you need to own B. Once you own B, then you set up the spawn trap, and it's something that unfortunately doesn't happen here, and it's actually a really good game to highlight how that doesn't happen and what it affects the game when it doesn't happen. And basically the concept is that it'll constantly be flipping. The B flag, I mean, there it goes again. It was in his hands just a second ago, and now you versus me and all of his team that are sitting here back behind the fence instead of actually capturing the flag have lost B, and he needs to go in and take it again, which he does. And that's kind of what's going to happen the entire time during this gameplay. Is he's basically going to be flip-flopping on B because they don't have map control, his team doesn't, and they don't sit there and actually try. Now watch the angle of this grenade as he throws it. Just a little bit too low, and in a second here you're going to see what happens. 2 guys are going to join the red guy on the flag. Grenade comes in on the box. The grenade's on the other side of the box and doesn't kill them, so he doesn't get the triple. But if he had done and angled it just a little bit further up, he wouldn't have. Now watch it in real time. He loses B. His grenade didn't hit. He lost B, and now he has to go retake B. Now watch how amazingly frustrating this gets. Just from that moment of losing the triple man spray, he's nearly got B, right? So no big deal. Gets killed on B. So now instead of losing B, he would have had B and a triple spray. He could have started setting up the spawn trap and actually kicking some ass and building towards a kill streak. Instead, now he is 2 more kills down, and he's like, well, screw this, I have to go actually, get some map control. This was amazing. I know a lot of you will sort of start about, well, NoobTube, come on. It's the right instrument for the right situation. So he gets that kid into second chance, and then he uses the explosive device to kill the first one, the car, and the second kid, which to me, that was, I was pretty impressed with. So, know that there's a right situation to use a NoobTube, and that actually is it, to find a point on it. Well, we're going to run through, and he's going to just get killed just before he gets the cap as well there. And if you count up all the times he didn't get a cap, but was more than 3/4 the way through capping the flag, I think instead of 5 caps, which he does get, he probably would have ended up with like 8, which is ridiculous to be perfectly honest. But what you're noticing here is that he's constantly looking of how he can get himself to B and control map control so that he can get there and where he has to go. And that's just the overarching theme of what's going on in this game right now. And it's kind of annoying and stressful to watch, to be perfectly honest, especially for me. Like, I run with a team all the time. We own areas, and then we set up the spawn traps so we can kick ass. If you don't have a team, and I'd say I'm more than 85% sure. I'd say I'm like 90% sure you versus me is not running with a team here. And if it's the same thing for you, if you log on and you've got 2 guys that that are playing, and they're playing, I don't know, something completely different, Halo for instance, and you're like, shit, I wish I had a few people to play Call of Duty with right now. Please go over to Huppet Gaming. The link's in the description. HuppetGaming.com. Find yourself a team. Play with a team and learn callouts. You don't even need to learn like some MLG website callouts that the pros use. All you need to do is understand everything each other are saying. So if you mean one specific callout and you say Jeep and someone else says truck, as long as you both know what you're talking about, that's really all you need to do. So, wow, by the way, that was an awesome little throwback double grenade kill. That was pretty cool use of environment, I thought. And he's going to do one again in a minute or 2, and I'm going to highlight that when it comes to. But clearly this is a good player, and I think the majority of us who care enough to get on some type of website or search engine and say, how do I get better at Modern Warfare 2? How do I get better at Black Ops? How do I do better in first-person shooters? That's the type of person that actually cares about how well they're doing, and not just kind of getting on and having a bit of fun. you're better at this game anyway, and you kind of owe it to yourself to be playing with people that, you know, will make your game time more enjoyable. I know that ever since I started playing with Puppet teams, like my life is, my online gaming life at least, has been far more successful, and I find that, you know, far more enjoyable. So definitely something to consider and think about, because I mean, you know, look at this guy. He's doing all the right things. He's rushing towards B, putting, you know, gas down on B, putting grenades down on B all the time. He's trying to clear B and trying to own that area as much as he possibly can. He's even like cuddled up to the side here so that he can get as much onto the flag as is physically possible. It's, you know, this is the type of guy I want playing with me, because he's going after the objective when he's playing the game. He's not going to last too much longer here, and I'm afraid he's going to get himself killed here in just one quick second. But here's one thing that I think he does, which is just tremendous. So I think it's just about here. He comes around the corner here, and yeah, here we go. So he's going to throw gas at those two, and you saw the two come around the corner, right? So he's, well, maybe I can't hit them. I'll use a grenade. Noob tube, boom, double kill. I want to show you guys that from their perspective. Look at how tight an area that was. Like, they weren't even close to coming out of the gas here. Like, they're actually cuddled up next to each other when he puts the grenade right on top of them, or the noob tube right on top of them. I think that's really, really important. Knowing, you know, the physical dimensions of maps as well can really help you to know what, you know, artillery or gun or weapon, basically, is what I'm saying, to use to kick some crap here. We're going to wind down, and I'm afraid this match ended up being like a 12 or 13 minute long match, and I was like, you know, I can fast forward the last part, because the last, I want to say, like 4.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, something like that, it's just that really, really annoying moment where you're playing constantly, and you're trying your hardest, and you're just being spawn locked, and that's what it feels like to be spawn locked. And, you know, to get out of it, you need to have, you know, not just really good players, but a little bit of luck and good team communication, and clearly something that, you know, he didn't have, unfortunately, here. So I do love how he's, you know, managed to get himself around the back here. He knew that he had to get out of the spawn lock, and going right at B maybe wasn't the best idea, and I just loved how he went through the building, came back out, and saw two of them holding onto the spawn lock behind the trailer, and goes and manages not just to get himself the cap here. He's actually going to go ahead and get himself, I'm almost positive he gets himself, yeah, napalm, which is great. The problem with the napalm and where he puts it is it's a noob move. So the noob cam for this week is actually on you versus me. Now watch where the jet goes there, and it goes along one side of the houses. No, put it down the middle instead. Put it right down on the middle of the B. Just look how long those flames last. Like, all this time is time those little red markers wouldn't be able to get towards B and try and capture B back from you. So it's really important to use napalm, and I think it's one of the best kill streaks for objective-based gameplay that exists. But use it perpendicularly, as in cut off the guys from B. And here we are. This is, it just got sad when I was watching this, and I'm like, you know, I'm fast forwarding this. There's no reason for you guys to have to sit here and watch all this. It's just, it's horrible to watch someone that plays this well be spawn trapped by a team where clearly, if he had some, you know, team chemistry going on and some shout outs, he could have kicked ass. I mean, you know, we've seen him build up his kill streaks many times and do well. So huppetgaming.com, guys, go check it out. The link is in the description. And I will catch you on there. I'm a member of the forums. And take it easy, guys. I'll talk to you soon.